Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome to my review of the Estwing Carpenter's Hatchet. You're at the We All Juggle Knives channel, by the way. Alright, so that is the hatchet in question. I've owned this for many years. It is one of my favorite all-time Estwing tools, and Estwing is one of my favorite companies as well. This hatchet is about 13 inches in overall length. It's got a rubber grip, has a lanyard hole, it has a hammer and a blade. The edge length is 3 5/8 inches. Right? It comes with a clear coat, which is an anti-rust coating. Here are some of my other Estwing tools. Also in this video, I'm going to show you some footage of my Estwing Sportsmans Axe and my Fireside friend. So not only will I review my favorite Estwing, the Carpenter's Hatchet, but this is going to be an Estwing festival, basically. All right, so you see this club here. I carved this club with my Carpenter's Hatchet. All right, so the first clip you're going to see coming up here, it's going to be me carving a piece of firewood into this fairly heavy, stout club. All right, now this footage is sped up about 4 times because, hey, you know, we have a lot of stuff to cover. All right, so I chose the heaviest, biggest piece of wood in the batch for my club because, hey, you know, we're all cavemen here. When I club something, I want it to stay clubbed. So the first step in carving a club is to carve a handle onto your club. Fortunately, that is also the last step because there's pretty much only one step to carving a club. Carve the handle onto it. In fact, aside from carving like a pointy stick, the club is probably one of the easiest things to carve, and therefore it lends itself to videos. So what can you use your club for? Well, there's many possibilities, but basically you can use it as a baton, you can use it as a mallet, you can, if there's someone in front of you in line that you don't like, you can, no, just kidding, don't use it for that. You could use it for personal defense, but hey, why would you use that when you have a hatchet? Well, not for yourself, but you could build an army by carving a whole lot of clubs, and you could have the hatchet, and then your underlings can have the clubs. No, I'm just kidding. Now, please use a firearm if at all possible for self-defense, and if they ban those, then I don't know. You then I guess use a club and a spear and a sword and a Greek phalanx and the Roman legions. No, kidding again. All right, as you watch that, let's talk about a little bit about the brand Estwing. Why do I like Estwings? Well, they're affordable. You can get this hatchet for usually between $35 to, let's say, $50. Whoa, did you see that bug attacking the camera? Yeah, it was getting quite humid and buggy that day. But another thing I like about Estwing, most of their products are made in the USA. They do have some utility knives now that are imported, and I did see a new knife that they have that's like an Aus 8 knife, and that is also imported, but most of their mainline tools, like the ones I'm going to show, are made in the USA. So if that is important to you, Estwing is a very good US company. All right, so we're making some good progress here. Just checking to see if the handle fits my hand. Yeah, again, I got a little stump of truth action. I decided it needed to be thinned out just a little bit. Right, but I will include links to a wide variety of Estwing products in the text description box. Okay, please check out those links. Try to use them. They do help out the channel. I really appreciate it. They have come out with a lot of new stuff lately, so if you haven't been keeping up on them, check the links. You'll probably see some new items that you might need and you didn't even know they were out there. All right, so that was the carving. It took about 20 minutes in real life, and that definitely was not the first club that I've carved. In fact, I really wasn't kidding about building my army of club-wielding fanatics. No, I was kidding. But they wear out over time, so I have a bunch. All right, that's my Wolf fixed blade, which I've already reviewed. Since the review, I've used that fixed blade a lot more, and I like it. It's a very tough little blade. All right, we're basically breaking in the new club, and in this case, batoning. Now, of course, you could split wood with the hatchet as well, but the thing about splitting with a knife is that I can control the how thick each piece is, like a lot more precisely. which is important if you're going to use them as carving blanks, which I am. I'm not using those particular, that kindling as firewood. I'm going to baton each piece down to the size I want, and I'm going to use them as carving blanks. Now that HOFFMAN Richter Wolf fixed blade, I've already done a review of it, and I will include it in the text description box. It was $30, right? So it's a nice small-sized budget fixed blade. I've used it a lot more since the review, and I like it. I mainly use it for stuff like this because it can just, it's a solid hunk of steel. It can take a pounding. It's very durable. Now more about Estwing tools. They don't list the steel on many of their tools, but the consensus is that many or even all of their tools are a mid-carbon steel, such as 1055. And there I am just pounding some steaks using the hammer part. Yeah, it's a very useful and practical tool. Okay, coming up. In this clip, you're going to see some splitting using my Estwing Sportsmans Axe. Yes, there it is. It's pretty well used. And we're going to split some birch with that little hatchet. All right, so this is just another hatchet or Sportsman's Axe from Estwing. It is compact. It's easy to carry. It hits hard. It's very good at splitting these mid-sized pieces of firewood in one chop, right? For all the people that cry about, oh, you shouldn't baton with a knife. All right, well, then buy this hatchet and you won't have to. So this Sportsman's Axe, it's got a stacked leather handle, which is very attractive, although it is a little bit more slippery when wearing gloves, right? But it's a bit more compact than the Carpenter's hatchet, so slightly different mission. It also has a hammer, or at least a flat surface on the back, so you can hammer tent stakes. So yeah, I made short work of that. All right, the Fireside friend. This thing is heavy, 4.5 pounds in total with a 4-pound head weight. It's got a hammer and basically a splitting wedge. We're going to split this. I'm holding the camera with one hand. Yeah, that laid the smack down. So usually it's overkill. I don't even need something that heavy, but if you have to split some tough stuff, consider that Fireside friend. Okay, here is the Estwing Black Eagle Tomahawk. Now I tell you, this is very light compared to all those other Estwings. It feels like nothing. It's in other words, like it's super quick. It's super fast. Now, I don't know if you need to necessarily have something that's so quick. I mean, who are you fighting? I don't know, but here it is on the little stump action. All right, so, it doesn't hit as hard as the hatchets, but it's light, easy to carry, and it's one solid piece of metal, so it's strong, right? And it has that spike. So it's strong and light. Consider that if you need that. All right, so that's the Sportsman's Axe, the Carpenter's hatchet. That is their Rigger's Axe, also the Rig Builder hatchet it's sold as sometimes. That's the Engineer's hammer, the Fireside friend, and the Tomahawk. Now the Rigger Axe, that's that longer one. It's very similar to the Carpenter's hatchet, but it's around 4 inches longer. All right, so if you need a longer version of the Carpenter's hatchet, consider that one. All right, so all these and more are going to be listed in the text description box, as well as other Estwings. These are not all that I own, but they are my most used ones. But I also have their roofing hammer. I have their rock pick. They have come out with some new stuff lately, like they have a hunting axe or hatchet. All right, so check out the links because there might be some you don't know about yet. All right, so that was a tire thumper or a fish bat that I carved. I carved all these with that one little Carpenter's hatchet. Carved all these. It's really a very useful tool. I think that's the one you should get. If for some reason you don't own an Estwing yet, I would recommend that Carpenter's hatchet because it's useful in so many settings. It's useful around the house. It's useful in a garage or machine shop. It's useful at camp, right? Out in the woods. And it's even useful for taking out a zombie or two. So final thoughts on Estwing. Definitely one of my go-to brands, one of my favorite brands. They're affordable. They're making a little music. Hey, why not? A little music. Won't you be my neighbor? No, I'm kidding. The thing I like about Estwing is just that Unlike other companies that make stuff in the USA, Estwing has kept their line of products affordable. All right, that's getting rarer and rarer nowadays. And now all the people that leave negative comments about they don't like made in China, well, here's your chance to be positive. Here's your chance to support a brand that makes most of its stuff in the USA and reviews of that brand and its items. All right, so in conclusion, everybody needs at least one Estwing. They've come out with a lot of new stuff lately. All right, so check out the text description box. Check out those links. Those links do help support the channel, and I really appreciate it. All right, if you like videos like this where the reviewer demonstrates the item doing a lot of different things, a lot of different chores and tasks, feel free to subscribe if you haven't already done so. All right, this has been We All Juggle Knives. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'm out.